Welcome, welcome, guys. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Deni, and she just dropped a brand new single called Pepe or PP. No, not P. Oh my God, Pepe. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna be chatting to her about the music and just getting to know her a bit better. Deni, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Hello to you and to all your viewers.
Look, I think I just butchered your song's name. What is it?
It's Pepe.
Pepe.
Pepe. Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. So what is Pepe all about?
So Pepe, loosely translated, means pepper. And it's a pepper that's used in West African cooking. And it's quite spicy. And I think it just really represents the fiery nature of the song.
Okay. Wow. Well put. So before we even get to the music, like, can you tell us, Danny, you're an artist. Who are you? Where are you from? And what are you all about?
So yeah, my name is Deni Mafikeng in the
Mm,
Northwest Province. That's where I was born and raised.
mm,
And basically, music has been a part of my life for a very long time, since the young age of 12. And in 2018, I decided that I was going to leave my corporate job to focus on business and music. And fast forward to 2021, last week, I released my first single. So, yeah.
Whoa, whoa. So you left your job for music. How, like, I can imagine that was not an easy decision to make, but what made you decide that, you know what, I'm finally gonna do it?
Yeah, I think, like I said, music has been a big part of my life. So, in the back of my mind, I've always known that at some point I'm going to have to make the leap to either be involved in the business behind music or music directly as an artist. So it was something that was going to have to happen eventually. And yeah, I think, after doing some of the other things that I wanted to do in my life, it was just the right time. I found myself in a place where I just felt ready as a person to share this part of myself with people. So yeah, it was 2018, and I needed time to sort of develop my sound and develop my brand, and start preparing myself for releasing this music and sharing it with people. And that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I really love the sound that has come out. It's blended. That's what I like to call it.
Mhm. Yeah, you are being described as a Pan-African artist. Is that,
Mm.
for someone who's from Mafikeng, we don't get that sound. Well, I've never heard anybody, do that type of music from Mafikeng. So, why this sound specifically?
So growing up, I went to an international school where, the kids who attended the school were from all over Africa. So I
Mm.
think that love and that curiosity about understanding different cultures, and exploring what that meant to me started at a very young age. I love to travel. I've spent a lot of time traveling around the world, meeting different kinds of people, immersing myself in different cultures. And because my music is inspired by my experiences naturally, I think that you can hear that as soon as you start listening to the music, that, this is somebody who wants to be a part of African culture and wants to unify Africans and the African culture and bring people together to listen to something that everybody can understand.
I find it amusing that out of all the places in Northwest, Mafikeng, for me, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
produces like the most creatives, especially in music. Why, especially, like, why is it that people from Mafikeng has such a rich culture when it comes to music?
Well, I mean, I can only speak for myself and, some of my peers or friends who are in the creative space as well. That I think anybody who, normally when you see talent, it's always coming from the most, how do I put this? It comes from places where people are not exposed to too much. For me, there wasn't a lot of opportunity in music growing up, and it's a small town. So, you don't have a lot of options, but if if you've got the talent and, you find yourself sitting at home, I guess, because there's nothing else to do, you sort of start to hone in on that. And I think that's where a lot of the hunger comes from. It's from not having all the opportunities. It's that hunger and that desire to dig deep within yourself, to bring something out of yourself, to push yourself and catapult yourself to the next level. Not just in music, in business and anything else that you do. I think when you come from a small town, it only makes you hungrier.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. You mentioned business a lot. Are you an entrepreneur by any chance? And what do you do?
Yes, I am. So I'm within the marketing and advertising space. That's what I studied. And when I left my corporate job in 2018, it was to pursue those business interests and at the same time focus on my music. And now I'm also learning about the business behind music. So yeah, music has become a part of the business as well.
Okay, that's dope. I guess, you are taking that step so that you don't end up with that story of being robbed by, like it's always the same story. A label took my money.
Yeah, no, it's very important to educate yourself. It can only empower you to make better decisions for your music and for yourself. So yes, I'm still learning. I don't claim to know it all, but I do believe in a couple of years, I'll be able to help and support other people who are going through the same thing.
So your first single in 2021, in the middle of a pandemic, you're getting into music.
Yeah.
What does this mean for you? Like, what are your plans for the foreseeable future? Are you gonna release singles? Are you gonna drop an EP? Are you gonna drop an album? Like, what's that looking like?
Yeah, I get asked a lot about, what's the plan for the future? And I have to say, I'm one of those people that, you have to take the future into consideration. But right now, my main goal is just to introduce myself, to introduce the music to people so that people can get to know me and the music. And then once that gains some traction, obviously start dropping more music and doing whatever is aligned with, the strategy at the time. There's just so much happening in the country, in the world. And so we're living in times where we can't really predict what the future looks like. The entertainment industry is obviously directly affected, which, you have to adapt and you have to start thinking of new and unconventional ways of getting your name and your brand out there. So, the sky is the limit, but it's definitely to also live in the present moment and try to maximize value in the present moment. So yeah, the goal for now is just to get the music out there and to tell people that Deni's in the game,
And your style is different, so I wonder, like, who are your possible like features or dream features? Who do you see yourself like getting into studio with?
Ooh, a lot of people. A lot of people.
Okay,
I love
like dream that
collaboration.
people that you would love to work with.
I'd love to work with Thames. I'd love to work with Givian. I love R&B music and soul music, and I love the new age sound of soulful music. I'd love to work with Shakana. Yeah, I think those are my top three for now at the top of my head. But yeah, I love collaboration in the most unwarranted places, like where you would least expect it. So I'm one of those people who's opening to work with any creative who has the same, thinking as me, especially when it comes to African artists, that we don't have to necessarily do what's trending or what's popping right now in South Africa, but we want to make music for the world, not just for South Africa, for the world.
Okay, I know that's dope, man. I'm looking forward to more releases from you. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your work and what you're gonna do with your different sound in the music industry. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Andile. I hope I can come back and chat to you a little bit more about my journey in a couple of months when more music is out and yeah, things are really happening.
Look, I'll hold you to it. I think we definitely need to, you know, continue and check more as you grow and as you go on your spiritual journey. But yeah, we'll leave that for the second interview when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, how can people like, get hold of you on the socials and stuff like that?
So my handle is Deni_NK across most major platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can also check out my website. It's www.deni.co.za. And my handle is Deni_NK. So that's DENI_NK.
Wow, someone is serious about their career when they have a whole website. A lot of people just stick to social media. You're like, no, what, corporate needs to find me as well. Shout out.
Everybody must know what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but I mean, like I said to you, you just have to, with so much limited access to people physically, you have to try and get your brand, your song, and your name everywhere. So yeah, you can find me on most major platforms, and yeah, follow me and see what my journey is like.
With that being said, if you're watching this, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with everybody. And thank you so much. Danko.
Thank you. Thank you so much.